Listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups.
We're live.
You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Coming to you from deep in the heart of Texas, Austin, the site of South by Southwest Media Feeding Frenzy. We come to you from the Infowars.com news studios. We have a very important broadcast lined up today. A lot of really over-the-top information up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com right now. New York Times reports U.S. giving al-Qaeda money, millions of dollars, and weapons to fight. That's a big deal because that's mainstream media admitting something we've known for a long time. New bill would prohibit ATF ban on popular ammunition. We also have 2 forced inoculation bills failing in 2 different states. Very exciting, positive news. I was driving home early yesterday at about 4:30 and saw the new Black Panther Party marching. I knew we had reporters in the area, and so I sent them over there, and they got some shocking footage we're going to play coming up where they were saying, bang, bang, 20 more cops, dead. Pretty shocking rhetoric. That's all coming up. But first, this report on the Rothschilds from John Bowne.
Just an hour north of San Francisco and an hour and a half east of the dark energy of the Bohemian Grove lies the peaceful vineyard-laden hamlet of Napa Valley. The perfect place to build a satanic Illuminati temple, right? In 1966, charlatan Anton LaVey founded the Church of Satan in San Francisco. His underground book, The Satanic Bible, attracted a new wave of satanic celebrities like Jane Mansfield, Sammy Davis Jr., and Liberace. It also caught the eye of satanic introverts, Baron and Baroness Philippe de Rothschild. Fritz Springmeier's groundbreaking work, The Bloodlines of the Illuminati, goes into detail regarding the history of the Opus One winery. The Rothschilds are one of the most prominent of the top 13 Illuminati families. The Illuminati are building their temples secretly throughout the United States. Baron Rothschild, one of the greatest wine producers in history and a closet Satanist, began the construction of a pyramid in Napa Valley, which his daughter Philippine completed after he died. Springmeier continues, the name of the building is Opus One, which means the first work. The project began as a joint venture between Robert Mondavi and Baron Rothschild in 1979. Strangely, the Napa Valley Register, which reports on all building activity, remained extremely quiet about what was being built. From the air, the construction forms a Masonic square and compass. According to one of the contractors who participated in building the pyramid, the project cost $35 million. Its cover or front for the temple is that it is a winery. The wineries in California, when they open traditionally and normally, are open to the public. The opening ceremonies of Opus One were shrouded in secrecy. The opening announcement was low-key and only select people and select international media types were invited. This opening is extremely unusual for a winery in the Napa Valley area. Private guided tours are very hard to obtain, in contrast to the other wineries in Napa Valley. The capstone of the pyramid has a rotunda where skylight penetrates and where viewers can get a look of the entire Napa Valley. Orchids, which are used by the Mothers of Darkness, are grown all over the area. The pyramid was built with limestone from Texas, perhaps to accentuate the occultic significance of the limestone pyramids of Giza. Originally, Opus One was scheduled to open around the summer solstice, but the date was shifted to Wednesday, October 30th, 1991, which is the day before Halloween. Since the opening day, the Rothschilds have had events scheduled around satanic high days. Ceremonial drinking cups with rams and chairs which had the carvings on the front of arms and legs of fully formed demons were found in one of the rooms, with many closed doors leading to very private areas. Philippine de Rothschild died in Paris at the age of 80 on August 23, 2014. Ironically, a 6.1 magnitude earthquake struck the Napa Valley the very next day. It was the largest earthquake on record in that area in 25 years.
Full report up on Infowars.com, and there's a lot of other satanic activities that have been proven with the Rothschilds, not just the claims of Fritz Springmeier that were reviewed there. Those are his claims. I believe there's a lot of truth to them when you add the other facilities that have been found in London and outside of Paris. We'll be back. Stay with us.
The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with super male or super female vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put two and two together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
Hey, how you doing, Al?
Good, brother.
Just recently started using your products. Everything you said about them's correct. Me and my wife both use a lot of them, and it's made a lot of changes in our lives here.
Well, thank you, brother. It's because it also funds our operation, but doing that, I know I've got to have the highest quality. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals.
We do the Super Male and the Super Female Vitality. Big changes, a lot of energy. We've gotten off of the cheap energy drinks, energy shots, saving a ton of money there.
Sourced from powerful organic herbs, harvested around the planet, and then concentrated for maximum potency. They want to stun and dumb down, and energy drinks and stuff just cover that up for a while, but then burn you out, in my experience, whereas stuff that gets your glands naturally going goes right to the source. So it's pretty exciting, and I love it. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality and other powerful products from InfoWars Life.
Using unparalleled research in the development of a synergistic formulation based around the key concepts of super oxygenation, the next level in cleansing is here. With key ingredients backed by real clinical studies, the new Oxy Powder, available through InfoWars Life, was invented during Dr. Group's research on the toxification of our bodies. Many herbal colon cleansers are harsh on the body and contain cheap and potentially dangerous ingredients, oftentimes full of synthetic fillers, GMOs, additives, or worse. Gently start cleaning your body with easy capsules that start working while you sleep. Oxy Powder does not require time off work, and there's no need for bad-tasting concoctions. Instead, Oxy Powder slowly releases monoatomic oxygen into the intestinal tract and body. Experience the astonishing cleansing power of superoxide and ozonide technology. Go to InfoWarsLife.com or InfoWarsStore.com to get started with Oxy Powder, or call 1-888-253-3139.
Resistance to tyrants is obedience to God. It's Alex Jones.
We have more thermonuclear saber rattling today coming out of Russia as NATO troops and armor build up for intensified fighting directly with Russian Spetsnaz in eastern Ukraine. Just can't believe I just said that on air. It's so dangerous. It's so epic. It's so insane. We have got a lot of positive Second Amendment news, a lot of positive news on health freedom. Yesterday at South by Southwest, I happened to see what I guess is the new Black Panther Party marching down South Congress from the Capitol. And unlike an open carry march that's pro-Second Amendment, that's meant to forward proper safety-based, constitutional-based open carry to promote the Second Amendment and the fact that non-criminals with guns lowers crime rates, I saw the new Black Panther Party carrying the guns on their chest, waving them around in a very provocative way that I believe violates state law. I was going to a meeting, so I knew we had reporters already downtown, and so I was able to get Josh Owens and others over there to basically interview the new Black Panther folks and some of the other organizations that were with them. And as far as I'm concerned, this is basically the mirror image of the Ku Klux Klan, ignorant, stupid, racist, mindless, but on the black side. And very stupid, very hate-filled. They were chanting, and there's some cuss words in this. The full video's up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. I'm not going to air the whole 8-minute video here, as you can see it, basically unedited. Large sections of what was being said. With the chance of bang, bang, oink, oink, 20 more cops and we're done, clearly saying kill police officers. And we've seen 2 shot and killed in New York. We've seen 2 shot just a few days ago, obviously, in Missouri. We've seen a lot of police getting shot at. And there are a lot of bad cops out there. And there's a lot of globalization, federalization to turn the police into a very dangerous conglomerate, an oppressive situation like we see in North Korea or Mexico. And shooting and killing random police will help that degeneration accelerate. That's why you've got people trying to stir things up and escalate things like George Soros spending $33+ million to stir up the little white agitator college students, the little political scientists, to go in and get these anti-police chants going, and to say things like, deck the halls with dead cops, fa la 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 la, shoot them, shoot them. We played those videos. Again, I'm not a cop worshiper. I've criticized the police turning into a totalitarian force, but it's a good thing I'm not a cop, because if somebody was saying deck the halls with dead cops in front of me, even if I wasn't a cop and I was there and Joe Biggs and Jakari were there, I'd slap them upside the head. If somebody was walking around the parking lot here saying, deck the halls with dead info warriors, I'd take that as a threat. I mean, that is a threat. And it's a serious escalation. And I've been predicting for years you're going to see a civil war start in this country, that if a civil war starts, that the establishment wants, it'll start with cop killings all over the nation. And they will, just like they fund Al-Qaeda and other groups and then flip it on the Tea Party and gun owners and libertarians, it's the same thing. They get a movement of killing cops. Like, that's the new protest. You go out and you kill a cop in their squad car, or you kill a cop directing traffic. It's real manly. It's what a revolutionary does. No, it's not. They brand the revolution like that to discredit a peaceful revolution of ideas. Or even if we have to have a violent revolution to defend ourselves, they want to brand it as illegitimate. So that's why it's being done, period. And again, I wasn't afraid, because I've gone down to little Raza and Black Panther events and Klan events and protested them many times and almost gotten in fights and been arrested by the police. I just, at this point in my life, I'm a general in the fight. I didn't pull over and do it, so we should commend our reporters for going down there and being around these folks, because people waving guns around and talking about shooting people, I mean, my instinct is to punch them in the face. And then that would have not been good, obviously. So I just did not put myself in that situation. I think the Austin Police Department was very restrained, because they marched down Congress, down 6th Street, all over the place, chanting, basically shoot the police. And it's illegal, folks. It's disturbing the peace. It is reckless endangerment. It is a clear provocation towards riot and violence. It is not the First Amendment. It is not the Second Amendment. And it was on the news, of course, being used to demonize open carry. When we went and had the open carry at the Alamo, nobody got arrested. And we had our guns strapped on our backs, pointed down at the ground to de-escalate things. But they said it was illegal, but the state law said it wasn't. The city law was a fraud. So 1,500 of us, black, white, Hispanic, old, young, marched down there and took back our Second Amendment with the land commissioner. And that's how you do it when you've got a law that's unconstitutional. We have the moral high ground. We weren't spitting at the police. We weren't saying we're going to kill the police. When the police chief acted arrogant, we told him he was arrogant and told him that he was, acting shameful, saying he didn't support the Second Amendment. But that's where it ended, because we are the good guys. We have the moral high ground, and it's that simple. So let's go ahead and play that clip. Then Anthony Gucciardi got pushed out and under law assaulted. It wasn't totally assaulted, but that's what they would call it. Shoved out. He was already leaving, and McDonald's was shoving him out of the free McDonald's GMO so-called food tent. And then 8 police showed up to that and didn't put their hands on Gucciardi or on our camera people, like the McDonald's security guards were.